How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing some more MLB The Show 19 ratings predictions for this Friday's roster update. Now, I'm assuming there is a roster update. There really hasn't been as much transparency this year at the roster updates. Typically, we see a bigger roster update, though, in previous years. Every 2 weeks, they do a quote-unquote bigger roster update where they have, the bigger names in there as well. So this week, we're going to be doing a roster update prediction a little bit different than what we normally do. Normally, we do, bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to diamond. This week, we're focusing on the gold to diamonds and the diamond downgrade to golds this week because there's so many guys I think have the potential to get bumped up to diamond this week. And there's a lot of guys that are out there. It's like, I can't believe how many diamonds are out there right now that could possibly go down to a gold. So here we go. Starting off with the slam dunk one, I think a lot of us have already seen, and that is Cody Bellinger. He's 15K right now. He's got 14 homers, 37 RBIs, 434 average. Everything you need to see, mainly the average, that 434 average is going to definitely boost at 75, 64 under contact. But everything you need to see for this bad boy to get an upgrade from an 84 to at least an 85. People love the power guys as well. That's another reason why we're seeing his price so much. Another guy that I'm very interested in is Sean Doolittle. Now, he's only got 3 saves. He's only got 17 Ks, but obviously closer, 13 innings pitched. 1.35 ERA so far this year, though, and a 1.13 whip. And the great thing about a lot of closing pitchers is people normally do sleep on him. Even at 2K, and I do have to bring it up as well, he was a 1.60 ERA last year and a 0.60 whip last year as well. Very good numbers to move on from last year to this year. And the thing, like I said, I like about him, he's 2K. He's not going down. His price, if it goes down, I'd be merely very, very surprised. Unless somehow in the next couple of days, he gets lit up and blows a save or something. He's very low risk, very high reward. He only needs a +1. Maybe he doesn't get it this week. Big deal. You sell him for, to the 2,500 that you paid for 2K. Not a big loss. Or you just wait it out and maybe next week's his time to come. But that's a nice thing about the closers. They ain't like the Cody Bellingers where if he gets a diamond, he might only go up 5K. He might only go up 6 or 7K, which is great. But in some magical world where he doesn't get an upgrade this week, his price might go down 4 or 5K opposed to, somebody like Sean Doolittle who can't go down 4 or 5K. He's only 2K. So I do like guys like Sean Doolittle. Moving down, also going to another pitcher, and I do always bring it up early in the year. Pitchers are kind of tricky because they've only, they don't make as many starts as, regular players do. But we did see them upgrade Blake Snell last time to a diamond, so that makes me feel Diamond Dynasty is more than ready to upgrade guys worthy of getting that upgrade. And Trevor Bauer is that guy. 1.99 ERA this year, 1.03 whip. He's over a K per 9 innings. Not to mention last year, he put up an absolutely phenomenal season, a 2.21 whip or 2.21 ERA over the 2.21 whip. That could be a little bit of a problem. 2.21 ERA last year, absolutely lights out, especially when you consider that's in the American League. If Trevor Bauer doesn't get an upgrade sometime soon, I am going to be beyond shocked. Unless, again, like we brought up with Sean Doolittle, he gets lit up. And then one last guy we are going to bring up, and that is because he's so relatively cheap, and that's Justin Verlander. He's an 87 overall, and he's only 17K. And the thing about Verlander is he's back to old self again these past couple years. He's been very, very good. Again, this year, 2.45 ERA, a 0.86 whip. 44 innings pitched, 53 Ks, right? Again, he was a 2.25 ERA last year, and it's Justin Verlander. So, he's kind of got that quote-unquote, if you want to call it clout, that gets in that respect. He's more noticeable. Guys that easily you can see, maybe he just goes to an 88. That's all it takes, though. An 88, Verlander is going to go for a lot more than an 87 Verlander, especially when he's only 17K. If you can pick up a Verlander for 15K or something, which is very possible right now, just watch it. It'll be a pretty good, solid pickup, I think. We'll have to see, though. That is the thing I do have to remind you, though. We are bringing up all guys that can get diamond upgrades. Typically, we don't see, 4 or 5 guys get diamond upgrades in 1 week. Usually, it's 1 or 2 if we're lucky, sometimes none. So we'll see what happens. This could be a turning point, though, because it is fresh beginning of another season when players, obviously there's a lot more discrepancy from May to June compared to last season to this season where people have better seasons. So we could possibly see a lot of them, but do keep that in mind that just because we're listing, 3 or 4 guys that could get them, don't think 3 or 4 guys are going to get a diamond upgrade on our next roster update. But going to guys who can get a diamond downgrade, I have to start with my favorite player, and that's Joey Votto. Unfortunately, the Reds think it's a good idea to put the guy at the top of the lineup and bat leadoff for whatever reason. Like, he's not a clutch hitter just as much as he is good at getting on base. Put him at the 2 spot. Thank you. That's all I got to say. Rant over. Can't believe it. Poor Joey Votto. But that's going to kill his power numbers. Not that he's been power lately anyway. Last year he struggled. He struggled mightily, especially in the power department. And we're seeing that carry over to this year. And do I think it's end of Votto? No. Votto's always started the season slow. But we have seen this before where Votto starts the season slow and SDS downgrades him to a gold. They've done it before. And there is no better time right now than right now to do it because of the way he has been struggling with that 233 average. Don't expect a 95 contact for a guy batting 235. Votto's got a pretty good chance at a downgrade. Hate to say it. Sticking in the NL Central, let's fly on over to Christopher Bryant of the Chicago Cubs. Again, another guy batting 229. Difference in him and Votto, though, is Bryant did bat 272 last year. Hasn't really, shown off the power in about the last 3 years, though. And that is one of the problems I do have here, is they're giving this guy 73 by 89 on the power. And that concerns me because what's he done to deserve that? And again, he's got a pretty bad batting average right now. And it's, again, a guy that only needs a CA -1. Do I think he's got the same chances as Votto? No, but I definitely would be watching Chris Bryant. I would be very, very cautious with buying one right now unless he starts to swing a hotter bat here in the next few days. And then our final possible diamond downgrade, hate to bring him up, good old Justin Turner. He's been eating that downgraded inside edge for like the last week and a half now, it seems like, too. But here he is. Great numbers. Absolutely great numbers. But he's been average this year. Like, as far as statistics are concerned, I should say great numbers. He's not a power hitter. He's never been a power hitter. He's got 65 by 70 on the power, which does not make sense to me because you're looking at a guy like Bregman, pretty much the same power numbers, except for Bregman hit 30 home runs last year. Turner hasn't done that once in his entire career. So you got to be careful with Justin Turner because, again, all it takes is a little bit of a downgrade on the contact. The guy is going down, or a little bit of a downgrade on the power, which he does rightfully deserve, and he's going down. So I'd be very, very cautious with Justin Turner, especially if he doesn't start heating up here very shortly. He's got to be over 300 if he wants to stay diamond. I don't think there's a chance he stays diamond if he doesn't. So we'll see what happens with Justin Turner. I'd be careful with him as well. Otherwise, those are guys I think get upgrades, guys I think get downgrades. If you have questions about other players, feel free to comment down below. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.